Okay, I'm back. Okay. Yeah, that guy, I gave him all the money that he said I owed him. And now he's sitting up here asking me for money. If you put $50 in the gas tank, 50 from 140 is 90. Am I right? Zero, seven, seven minus 50. Wait, that's 7, 14. That's 7. That's 0. He had exactly $70 left. He shouldn't have went and smoked none of that. None of that. He shouldn't have done that. He should have handled his business. I'm not gonna have his back when his chips are down. I'm not about to do that to myself. Never again. Never again. No, I can't do that for you. It's my silent victory. But anyway, more less about that, more about what I'm talking about, children. All right, now where was I? Um, so yeah, the Hittites. Um, so the Hittite word for evil is huak, which is basically where all the German and other words for something seen as bad, or you know what I'm saying, with the dual good bad, you know what I'm saying, platform is coming from. Okay, it says in Old English and other older Germanic languages other than Scandinavian, this word is most comprehensive ad- adjectival expression of disapproval, dislike, or disparagement. Okay, and then this word is also connected to a whole bunch of other words, like let me see, um, I can't find them at this moment, but yeah, they're well. There's it's connected to another word, but it's basically they say it's of an unknown origin. Okay, so now I'm going to def- give you a truer definition or origin of where the word agenda came from. You know, so you can see the difference of how we use it today and how it was used back then. You know, evil. You know, it doesn't have an origin of, you know what I'm saying, a true origin of where it came from. You know, um, and I think that goes back to, you know, a lot of stuff that was um, damaged in the, you know, in the Alexandria libraries as well, definitely. Uh, but okay, now I'm going to um, give you the origin of agenda. It says the 1650s, from the Latin word agenda, literally things to be done. Neuter plural of agendas, ger- gerundive of agere, to do. Originally theological, opposed to the matters of belief, sense. Items of business to be done at a meeting, first attested in 1882. If a singular is required, one item of addenda, it is now addendum, or addendum. Um, the former singular agend being obsolete. That's the Fowler definition of it. Which is also connected to memorandum, which means it's from Latin, the 5th century, um, the 15th century, my bad. Things to be remembered, which is a neutral singular of memorandus, which means worthy of remembrance or noteworthy. Okay, so like I said, you all can go look this up. That's evil and agenda. So evil is a thing that is of disparagement or ill repute. You know what I'm saying? As far as life is concerned, not just you and I and what our opinions are. You know what I'm saying? But as far as also as far as what life is concerned with. Okay, agenda means things to be done. You know, and the memorandum means things are noteworthy or worthy of remembrance. Okay. Both of those terms are Latin. Now, from the word Latin word agenda, there you can find the word okay. Now, from I believe this is from the word. Is it a let's see crisis? Okay, idiom. Sorry, I have to find it. To be set up. Okay, the word. It's a prefix, a word forming element called C. It's SE with a dash. It's collateral form of said, without, apart, set aside, on one's own, relative to said. Okay, this is the one for secret. Okay, because this is a secret. What they call to try and confuse everybody. They call it um a secret conspiracy theory. Okay, which is way more. It goes way deeper than that. Way deeper than that. So these are forms of secret or said. Okay, that these are words that are connected to secret or said. All right. Uh, C. For word forming element from Latin C, collateral form of said, without, apart, set aside, on one's own, related to said, relative, Latin reflexive pronoun, accusative and ablative, from PIE said, extended form of root sui, pronoun of the third person and reflexive, also source also of German sich, see idiom. Okay, so I looked up idiom. It comes from the 1580s, the form of speech peculiar to a people or place. And just recently, if y'all don't know it, there's been a painting found where in the back in the 1500s and 1600s, um, there have been paintings seen with young women of the kingdom that have been painted that have the young women holding smartphones and whatnot. But that wasn't the first one. The first one where they went back in time and messed around with time was in the an old western back in the 1930s. Okay, which really reminds me a lot of the series 12 Monkeys, because in the series they've been jumping time frames, and there's this one person who all this time jumping is burdened upon, because he wants to end time, because he says, I'm guessing he's saying their time stream isn't isn't the true time stream, and if he ends it, the plague doesn't happen, and the they call him the Watcher. The plague doesn't happen, and everybody goes back to living, before their lives got interrupted or entangled, which is called quantum entanglement, with this alternate, time stream. Um, which also reminds me of this movie called Donnie Darko. See, I can go on and on and on about this, because I look for the similarities, or um yeah, the similarities, the things that make things the same. I don't look for the difference. I don't look for a way to counter that. I don't look for that, because that's not what it's about, children. I'm letting you know that now. So, idiom, back to idiom, meaning phrase or expression peculiar to a language. It's from the 1620s. Okay, from Middle French idiome, 16th century, and directly from late Latin idioma, a peculiar peculiar. Now I'm trying to be Spanish. Peculiarity, your peculiarity. I'm sorry. It took me a long time to get my mouth around that. He just called me and messed me up so much when I just got on here, and needed to make this. One reason that I'm making this is because of him. Because he's like, you're just all into that, conspiracy theory, way out, far out, left field shit. And I'm like, but you done told me things about it that you know that I'm not off about it. But you're just so afraid of getting close again. You might, you try and lie and tell me that my reasons for feeling and knowing these things are unfounded than to actually see the truth in me and want to help me use my truth to heal everything. Like I want, oh God, it's so deep. Anyway, back to the idioma. This is a form of secret. This is from the word. This is um associated with the word secret, just to, remind you guys. Because I know you're like, what the hell? She's just gotten all off. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I came on here with a mission. So anyway, um, it's also related to the Greek idioma, peculiarity, peculiar phraseology. Fowler writes that a manifestation of the peculiar is the closest possible translation of the Greek word, from idiome to appropriate to oneself, from idios, personal, private, properly, particular to oneself. This is from PIE Swadio. So I don't know what PIE means. You guys can look it up. I guess it's a abbreviated term that's familiar amongst linguists or etymologists. Suffix from a root of sui, pronoun of the third person and reflexive, referring back to the subject of a sentence. Also used in forms denoting the speaker's social group. We ourselves. Source of Sanskrit sva. Um, Also not just Sanskrit, but it's also Chinese, because there's a what's called a Maha mantra that I say a lot. It's a mantra that is like basically the Lord's prayer of Tibetan chants. Basically, what it is it was given to them directly from all their chants were, but this one, because it's a Maha mantra, it's really cherished. It's also called the healing mantra, and what it says is Tedi yata o wekaje maha wekache sadagata rasme sova. So something like that. So I know the end is sova. So va or spa also is can be found in the Oriental language. Um, what was that? Oh, Avestan Hava, Old Persian Huva, one's own, Kavad Data, Lord, literally created from oneself. Greek holds he, she, it. Um, and just think about like what the what I'm saying. Oh my goodness, I just got chills. I love language. I love learning about the language I speak because nobody knows much about it. Nobody knows much of anything these days, and so everybody tries to take everything with a grain of salt, and that's how they end up messing themselves up because they don't trust anything, and that's the worst way you can be, because when you don't trust anything, it means you're turning yourself off from your that sense that tells you something is wrong. You know what I'm saying? That means you can't trust yourself. And that's wrong. If you don't trust that sixth sense to tell you when something is wrong, then you don't have no connection to keeping yourself safe or protected at all. That whether it be a soldier's intuition or an athlete's intuition or just a person who knows when fuck shit is going down, intuition. Okay? Uh you gotta turn yourselves back on to that sixth sense, children. You need that sense of intuition, male and female, man and woman. Okay? And you need to stop taking your children away from it, because it's putting your children in danger, in mortal danger, and you're not there to protect them because you don't trust anybody, including yourself. Latin, sucere, to accustom, get accustomed, sodalis, companion. Old Church Slavonic, svoji, his, her, its, svojaku, relative, kinsman. Gothic, Swiss, one's own, um, just made me think of the devil's own. Old Norse, seek, oneself. German, scene. Old Irish, fiend, like fiend, 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 but it's spelled Fein. Old Irish, self, himself. Okay. Grammar and idiom are independent categories. Being applicable in the same to the same material, they sometimes agree and sometimes disagree about particular specimens of it. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Because idiom, the word idiom itself, just contradicted itself. Listen to me read, and then listen to me. You know what I'm saying? Listen to the definitions, and then go look them up yourselves on eat them online. Okay, and idiom is IDIOM. Look it up. Okay, idiom means unknown, and I guess means speech, turn of phrase, language, whatever. Okay, now the first part of the meaning of idiom was against itself. It said phrase or expression peculiar to a language. Okay, that's what all that was about. Now, when I get to the end of idiom, the second paragraph, it says it's I'm guessing connected with the Latin word "sucere," to accustom or get accustomed to, also with sodalis, which means companion. Okay, and then it goes into um, ownership and different things like that, um, which is different. Okay, um, so it says the most that can be said is that what is idiomatic is far more often grammatical than ungrammatical, but that is worth saying because grammar and idiom are sometimes treated as incompatibles. That's from Fowler's Dictionary, I suppose. Um, so yeah, okay, that's for secret. And then here's another term: crisis is also associated with secret. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? And they got a deodorant called Secret that's got some of the most fucked up, excuse my language, fuck shit chemicals in the world in it. You know, they have the hyperallergenic ones, but you don't know how those are gonna work for you. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know. Okay, so crisis, early 15th century, from Latinized form of Greek crisis, turning points in a disease, used as such by Hippocrates and Galen, literally judgment, result of a trial, selection, from crinin to separate, decide, judge, from PIE root cre to see, which I looked that up too. Discriminate, distinguish, also Greek Chris klinestai, to explain. Old English "redel," which means sieve. Latin "cribum," which means sieve. Cribrum, cribrum, which means sieve. Crimen, judgment, crime. Cernier, cern, near. It's CERNERE. If y'all know what the Large Hadron Collider CERN, it's not an atom smasher, it's a particle collider, and particles are way smaller than atoms. Y'all need to go do y'all research. So y'all know what y'all talking about, like I know what I'm talking about. Okay, children, please, thank you. Alright, I'm saying this because y'all need to know. So what are they sifting in CERN? Okay, they're sifting time in CERN. They're sifting space and time to pick out which one that they want to go through to get through to change whatever they're trying to change. If you use a large hadron collider to smash particles and nanoparticles, which are actually no, it's just the particles, but nanoparticles are smaller than particles, and particles are smaller than atoms. They all make each other up. You know what I'm saying? So y'all need to do your research. What are they sifting in CERN? CERNIER. Why is CERNIER past participle of Cretus? Cretus means crisis, okay? It's a Latin term, another way to say crisis, along with cremen and cribrum and all the rest of these terms that are under Latin, okay? Old English, creathar. Old Welsh, clwtir, clwtir. Sieve means sift. Sieve, to sieve something, but it's an old um, term. Like I know a lot of y'all. I don't know how many of you all watch this, but with the Pensieve, with Dumbledore, where you used to put all his thoughts. I read those books anyway. Had to be ready for everything. Anyway, um, there's another form. He was sifting through the thoughts to see which one was taking up most of his mind to pin them in this box, which is a pen, P-E-N, which means box. What do pigs sleep in? A pig pen, it's a box. So, there you go. Sift box. That's basically what that meant. Um, let's see what else. Middle Irish, clich, boundary, or border. Transferred non-medical sense is 1620s in English. A German term for midlife crisis is Todeschlusspanik, literally shut door panic, fear of being on the wrong side of a closing gate. You know, and they talk about it when a lot of women don't, they fear being or getting old, or a lot of people fear getting old. So, they start, trying to act like they were, back in their 20s when they're 40 years old. They realize that they've been brainwashed all their lives and controlled all their lives, and they just break down, because of the Monarch mind programming, the MK Ultra mind programming, and it's going under different names over. A lot of people say the past few decades, but that's because they're paid to say that. It's actually been for the past couple thousand years, and it goes back farther than that on this planet and other planets, because they use it everywhere. Those who are trying to be the literal rulers of life everywhere, not just society. They don't want to just rule society. They want to rule. If they can't tell a grass, a blade of grass how to grow, they don't want it to grow at all. You see what I'm saying? If they can't make it grow how they want it to grow, they don't want it to grow at all. Okay, I know it's weird, but it's true. Um, so okay, let me get on with this. Seed. Let me see. Here we are. Okay. Sieve, verb. The first one is a verb, late 1500s century. From sieve, related sieved or sieving. Sieve, which is a noun. Sieve, sieve. From Proto-Germanic sieve or sib. Also source also of Middle Dutch sieve, Dutch zief, which comes from um German, not Germanic, Arabic, Aramaic, all those languages over there on, in the Middle East, east of Eden. Yeah, those that's the place right there. That's where all these languages came from, because English is an Indo-Germanic language. A lot of people don't know that, but if you've read, books on languages, you'd find that out. Um, which an Indo-Germanic language is. when the ones from the Caucasus Mountains and the Indus Valley got together and became a civilization. That's Indo-Germanic. That's basically Germany. Um, Also source of Dutch siften, Middle Low German sichten to sift. See, to separate, sift. Like you separate flour when you're getting ready to cook it, to make bread or, dough, or when you're getting ready to use it to, what I'm saying, keep your dough nice and dry and unsticky and whatnot. You have to sift it, because if you don't sift it, the clumps will get stuck in your dough, and it'll mess, whatever bread you're making, mess it up and different stuff like that. So yeah. Also, which you'll find really, really weird. Well, we're not even that far down the rabbit hole yet, but yeah, it's connected to Riddle, which is crazy because Riddle popped up in the search of Steve. Riddle. Um, it's verb one, which means there's, I guess, different verbs of it. Perforate with many holes. 1817 applied with riddled. Like the Tommy gun and riddled, or machine gun, or you want to call it riddled. You know what I'm saying? The body or the car with holes. Um, Earlier sift, like I said, with the flour, you sift the flour. From Middle English, radale, coarse or sieve. From Late Old English, radale, sieve, altered by dissimulation. From Old English, ritter. See riddle too. Riddle, another riddle is a noun. A coarse sieve, mid 14th century. Alteration of Old English hredel, dissimulated from hreder, from Proto-Germanic hreda, that's the pre-Caucasus Mountain Germans, um, before they actually, came down and made a full civilization for themselves. Um, Source also from German Reiter, from PIE root krei, to sieve, um, and thus related to the Latin form cribum, sieve, riddle, Greek krinein, to separate, distinguish, or decide. Okay? Which I think it has something to do with the Kremlin from Russia, because you see that kli in there a lot, or chi, you know, which is basically the same. Don't ask me why I know it, but it's the same inflection of dialect. So I know that it's the same. It's got something to do with it, because when you look at the word Kremlin, the Kremlin in Russia, the state building, or whatever you want to call it for Russia, um you see, you can say that it's a building that sifts through who is strong and who is weak, basically. They separate the strong from the weak. To them, the strong are the ones who have money and this, that, and the other, and can do this, that, and the other. And the weak are the ones who, can't pull through to make things happen in their lives or whatnot. So, yeah. Also, on here, I found a coliform, which also turns to the word, comes from the word colander. If you know what a colander is, it's a big, it's the big um, strainer that is used in like industrial kitchens, to strain big pots of, macaroni or spaghetti or anything else. So yeah, that's what a colander is. From coliform, it's an adjective. 1850s, resembling a sieve. From Latin cohum, comb, cohem. Oh no, it might be comb. No, column. Strainer. Sorry, I couldn't see because they got it in like italic form. It didn't bold the italic, so I'm like trying to see what I can see. Okay, it's column. Okay, strainer. What I call it, colander. Meaning resembling a bacillus of the E. coli group. which is a bacillus, is a bacteria from coliform. Also can so it also is connected with the word from a bacteria. So it's connected. So I'm finding these strange connections with these words. Like, why would this word be in this right here with sift? You know, and I found all this from the word secret. Okay, and crisis is also in here, which also means again turning points in a disease. Okay, this is under seed that I found this. I done took the oh, what are they called? Screenshots of them. I will post them on here if I can. If not, maybe if somebody can help me out with posting the screenshots on a video or something. I really appreciate that. Um, I'm all for getting true knowledge, because it's the only way to get to what's really the root of, you know, the issue for life on Earth. Not just, oh, life on Earth is going to end and, we can't do anything about it. That's up to you if you want to see that you can't do anything about it. But I know I am possible because I exist. Okay, and I know I've had my experiences. No matter what else somebody else tries to tell me about my experiences, or try and say that they have spiritual experiences on this physical plane that have trumped my experiences. They can't tell me anything about it, because that spiritual experience didn't cause you to actually go seek truth of truth. It caused you to go seek a truth or the truth, but it wasn't truth of creator, it was truth of the lie, and that this is, and that's all you saw. And when you got to that, you were like, oh, that's all it is, and then you stopped, but you didn't actually go further with it. Okay, so they're, against me, because I know something maybe, and they're against my family, and they're just against people, period. And they just want this planet for themselves. No, not all of them. Most there are ones out there that want to kill this planet, and that's why they're talking about going to Mars and going, to Kepler 22, the new planet they found, or Planet 9. These planets that they keep finding, that they keep saying life might be habitable on. You know what I'm saying? But they never know what's truly on those planets. And who's telling them that they can go there and live there when they didn't take care of this one? And yeah, I feel like I know that there is, you know, this divine energy that created all of us, that has the right and the reason to say, why are you leaving this planet? You can't leave this planet. I refuse to allow you to go past this point, because you weren't intelligent enough to depend on me, who is the creator of everything, everybody, everywhere, on every verse, every plane, you know what I'm saying, every existence, everywhere. Okay? That's keeping existence safe from those non existent beings who created themselves outside of creation, to try and come in here and take it over. But y'all just want to go along with their agenda. Y'all don't want to listen to Creator, because Creator is trying to save y'all stupid dumbasses, and y'all not trying to listen to Creator. Y'all trying to listen to the puppets, you know what I'm saying, that's being used on the TV to tell you how to live, you know what I'm saying, and think and be, because you think they just so much better or whatever, but they're not. They're leading you away from what you need to truly be doing. Most of them, including the grassroots one. Unfortunately, they got pulled into. Nobody is immune. Not on this planet, unfortunately. Oh, well, more like very, very few are immune. Very few. Everybody is pulled to having their physical desires met, not their spiritual and their physical desires met. It's not like that anymore, and it needs to get back like that, or they won't exist. Their life will be done. Life on this planet will be done. Life everywhere will be done, because this planet is like the way station of the heart of everything, everybody, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? This is where the battleground for true good and true evil goes on daily. This earth right here. but people, they just sleep to it. You know, the like the Mandela effect. A lot of people, they're hearing about it, but they really sleep to it. They say, "What is it?" Oh, somebody said that the CERN Large Hadron Collider, a part atom smasher. Y'all call it an atom smasher, not what it truly is, because y'all haven't truly done your research. An atom smasher smashes the atoms of elements together. A Hadron Collider strips those atoms into their particles and then collides them together. There's a difference between smashing an atom and colliding an atom. There's a difference between that. Okay, but I don't feel like doing the etymological dig on that today between what's the difference between smash and collide, because I'm letting you know now there's a difference. That's why they had the atom smasher and the hydrogen collider. That's why they have them named and termed differently, separately like that, because they are not the same. Okay? Okay, children? Are we now getting this? Are we now getting this? Okay, so I just wanted to inform you all on the differences between um, terms so that we can truly term what is truly going on here on this earth right now. The chemtrails, the heavy vaccine, the heavy metals, and just poisonous toxins in the vaccines, and the GMO research that's being done to the food and our bodies and everything else is not a conspiracy theory. Okay. Matter of fact, I didn't get a chance to do conspiracy or theory yet because I thought I saved it to my screenshot. The screenshot, I thought I saved it, but I guess I didn't, or I did, but I have a hard time finding it because of how my screenshots work. So I'm going to look it up again. Yeah, let me look it up again. Well, here's theory. Theory means it's from 1590s. Concept, mental scheme, from late Latin, theoria, Jerome, from Greek theoria, contemplation, speculation, a looking at, viewing, a sight, show, spectacle, things looked at, from theoreme, to consider, speculate, look at, from theorios, spectator, from thea, a view or theater, plus haran, to see, from possibly from a PIE root, which I'm guessing is Persian, were, or to perceive, which were is it's a WER, it's a loose giving origin, WER with a dash, which means it's a prefix or a word root. Um, to perceive, or ward, 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 to perceive. So like a ward of the state, like I was. Isn't that weird? How these words you just go through, and you know what I'm saying. You find these undeniable synchronicities with these words. Okay, I'm finna pause this here. And I'm finna come back and I'm finna finish this video. It's a 3-parter right here. I'm not finna shout anybody out right now. I'm gonna shout somebody. I'm gonna shout a couple people out that you all can go check out in the third video. Just give me a second here, and I'll be back recording. I'm finna post all 3 of them.